S'avance. Tir! Curfew tees it up. Scores! He's in. He scores! Oh my! Dominant!
Well, folks, you can't win them all, but let's all admit that one hurt pretty damn bad. I'm Chris, here tonight with Sammy. We are your grief counselors, and we're going to guide you through the next 45 minutes to an hour of Habs talk. Hey now.
Grief counselors, you say? I look like I need one right now. I look
there
like
could be sanity
I look.
counselors. There could be grief counselors. What do you need? We're here. We're here to fill that void.
I'm gonna.
And-
I need my own personal blood pressure checkup, and no joke. My doctor. I went to the doctor a few days ago. My blood pressure for 30. I'm almost turning 38. Slightly high. The healthy is the 120 over 80 numbers. Mine's a bit higher. Tonight ain't helping. Tonight's game did not help. And for the majority of the time, it was okay. The way it ended, it ain't helping. It ain't helping my case. So I'm either going to need blood pressure pills. I'm going to need a psychotherapist. I'm going to need a sports therapist for the mental side of things, maybe even the physical side of things, if this keeps hurting me physically. Oh, hey now, folks. Hey now. I forgot. We're live on YouTube and Twitter, also known as X.
Well, for all of those who are here, feel free to share your comments, like, subscribe. It's absolutely free. Welcome to another episode. Again, we're gonna try to make some lemonade out of these serious lemons that were given to us tonight. And when we say lemons, we're talking about like on ice, major lemons. With that said, maybe on the lemon front, on the whole food front, this episode is brought to you by Les Délices Lafresnaye. Today is, in fact, San Giuseppe Day, so some of the best pastries in the Montreal area, cakes, cannolis, and of course, our favorite, zeppoli, especially during the month of March, with Easter fast approaching as well. They have 6 locations, including Rosemere, Brossard, Saint-Julie, Montreal West, Pointe-Claire, and our hometown of Saint Leonard. Visit Les Délices Lafresnaye. They are simply delicious. Secondly, Sunil's at home. He's feeling the same way, but at least he's doing so in the comfort of the greatest Habs man cave basement, that is the Habs Cave. A Habs fan's dream to have a man cave like the Habs Cave. Follow Habs Cave on Instagram for the best Habs memorabilia content and fan content generally. As said last episode, if you're already following Sunil, feel free to share with a friend. Get them subscribed as well. Guaranteed top-notch content. On that note, even Sunil had a nice little post on Montreal only just this past week, talking about some of the initial seats that were in the Montreal Forum and how it came to be in 1924 for another day. Yeah. Check that out. And then we have Mike's Barbecue Rub. So Mike's Barbecue Rub is a Canadian company based out of Montreal, Quebec that sells barbecue rubs, sauces, and kettle cooked chips. All of their products are proudly made and packaged here in Canada. Now, their products are definitely focused around the kettle cooked chips, which are made here in Canada, and they're the only company in Canada who are using their own barbecue rub for their seasoning. And as for their barbecue rub and seasoning, it can be used on all types of meats, vegetables, and even fish. Barbecue season is coming. Keep Mike's Barbecue Rub in mind. You can follow them on their social media pages such as Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter. All of their products are available online for order and ready to be shipped across Canada. You can find their website, mikesbarbecuerub.com. As for us, the Curfew Boys, if you like what you hear, feel free to like and subscribe. You can see us on YouTube. If you rather not see our faces and our tears that are flowing tonight subtly, you can listen to us on Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Spotify. We're very much present on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, you name it. We always love to hear your comments, folks. See whether or not we're on the right track, delivering the right content for you. That's Habs related. Without further ado, Sam, I think you gotta
I
start
need a
us off
Zeppeli.
with the
I need a Zeppeli.
Zeppeli first.
That's exactly
And
what I need.
so Zeppeli first, and following that, the Habs, man, they they were playing so well, and two freaking brain farts later, we're here having to talk about a bullshit loss while everybody else in the division who shouldn't or couldn't win, according to us, won. And by say couldn't win, not I'm not saying that they were incapable. I'm saying we
Mhm.
didn't want them to win. And of course, what do? They win. Damn
Yeah.
it.
Well, so I'll get the standings out now that are updated on NHL.com. The saving grace is that because we still have a game in hand, we still get to keep that third spot in the Atlantic Division. But we're obviously tied with both Boston and Detroit. And I'll scroll down a little bit. The Islanders are right there too.
Thank God. Thank God
That's
they
also
lost.
because they lost and Columbus won.
Well,
That's what I meant to say. I meant to correct. Columbus made the jump. Columbus is actually an unbelievable story this year, and obviously they've been through so much with the tragic passing of Johnny Gaudreau. But ever since Rick Bowness came in, holy shit! I don't know what level of belief he implanted in those boys, but man, it's an unbelievable story, and I think majority of hockey fans or fans of the NHL are putting the story of the Buffalo Sabres up there as far as like remarkable stories. The Columbus Blue Jackets are probably right up there with them. And if they make the playoffs, it might be an even better story than the Buffalo Sabres. But saving grace, like I said, to the Canadiens as they have a game in hand to both the Bruins and the Red Wings. And you said it well, Chris. They didn't play bad. They didn't play bad one bit. I don't. They obviously, in my personal opinion, I don't think they played as great as they did against the Bruins 2 nights ago. But I don't think they were terrible either. I think both teams were playing not so much conservative, but I think you felt because of just the importance of this game. I think it was a story of first one to make a mistake probably loses. And unfortunately, we were the ones that made the most mistakes. And by the most mistakes, it only took 2 mistakes to lose this game. And I love Mike Matheson. I love him as a player. Don't know him as a human being, but you hear nothing but great things about him. I can't defend him tonight. That's a play that should never have happened. It's a play where you win a face-off in the offensive zone. You dump it in the corners like you're supposed to. I thought he overshot it or like put too much juice on the shot. Whatever, that's fine. It comes out of the zone. It's okay. He chases it. I don't I don't know. I don't know what he was thinking. It's I don't know if he was thinking I just got to get the puck out of the zone because maybe I don't know if he saw thinking there's still guys in the neutral zone that could get could have a clear way into the offensive zone if I give it to them quickly. Fucking pivoted, overskated it. Puck was fumbling too, and he had pressure from the brinket. And the thing about Mike Matheson is just lately he's just fumbling the puck. He really is, and I know the guy's trying his best. I know he's all heart with this team, but sometimes, man, I don't know, and it's not just him. I think it's a good chunk of the players that I don't know if the pressure's getting to them. Like there's a lack of poise in some of the guys that you want to see them remain calm, and Mike Matheson is one of them. Suzuki has that poise. believe it or not, I think Slavkovsky has that poise. At times, Dobson could have that poise. Maybe not so much tonight. There's times where Matheson, he's like, I got to do something quick. And Lane Hudson, too. There's times like, I got to do something quick. And God bless the kid, Lane Hudson. Like, he's going to learn as he gets the years, and he's just so dynamic and everything. But sometimes I keep repeating this: the best plays are the simplest plays. And yeah, man, it sucks because you don't want to have the blame target on any player, let alone Mike Matheson. But tonight, it's hard to defend him. It's hard to defend how he just brain fart. That's what it was. It was just a brain fart.
Well, I hate to say it, but isn't that the age-old story with Mike Matheson? In that, like, he'll make a bunch of great plays, and then he'll have you just confused trying to understand how he missed the fifth one or the
Mm-hmm.
sixth one for that matter. And yeah, we're great comment. I'm late. Just finished having a good cry in the shower. Yeah, well, that's us after this episode. But for now, we're here with you guys. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna make do. But I do want to say something else, Sam. Mike
Mm-hmm.
Matheson, yeah, of course, that's the go-ahead goal. But I'm gonna quote one of my friends and always here making comments, David Gagnon. David Gagnon said
Mm-hmm.
it, put it so well. It's like, Alex Newhook's controller batteries died. He just it's just, like,
Yeah,
floating,
yeah, yeah,
just
yeah.
not
That
there
too.
to
Well,
respond,
Marty,
and it's
yeah, a thousand percent.
it's
But just put a pin on the new hook play. The worst, actually. Thank God for Nahid TV bringing up this point that I completely forgot. Jake Evans had an open net. The play before, exactly the play before. Jake Evans had an open net, and it's 3 open nets in 2 games now that he has, and him too. Fucking hard worker, like knows he'll get his nose dirty for his team, even if he gets his nose broken for his team. Oh my god, man, he missed that open net. I don't even think he saw the opening that he had. I think all he wanted to do was just get it on net, and it happened to go on Gibson. Gibson didn't even know that puck hit him, probably. I thought Gibson tonight was just not controlling his rebounds properly. I really thought he didn't look like a confident goaltender, at least in my eyes. And like, it's not that he had a bad game; it's just rebound control. Like, his rebound control wasn't there, and I think I don't know, it's just weird. Not, at least if I'm going to compare him to Jakub Dobish, man, he's showing a new level of confidence, and what I mean, you can't blame him on the Brinkett goal and on Mike Matheson's mess up. Just can't.
yeah.
Even if he is the
Folks,
last line of defense, yeah.
I say this in joking spirit, like, please make no mistake about it. Maybe Monty was, Dovish's kryptonite. Just having him in close proximity, he wasn't playing as well. He wasn't as confident. Hey, anyhow, just a superhero analogy over here. But David, the controller. Here's DJ Gagnon over here making the dead controller comments. So give him some credit. As long as these great comments keep coming through, they'll be shout out on the episode.
Hmm.
Um, all Another comment from NH or NA Heat TV. Gibson was mid at best tonight, and we just
Yeah,
did
I
not take
totally agree.
advantage.
I totally
Exactly
agree.
what Sam just said.
Totally
And
agree.
you know what? Um, there were a lot of good signs. I do still
Hmm.
think that this was very similar to the playoff type hockey. Very
Oh yeah,
scrum filled
yeah,
at
yeah.
the end of each whistle. I really
Hmm.
like that. One player that I absolutely want to shout out tonight, and like, God, some people might disagree, but Joe Veleno looked great back in the lineup
Yeah,
after missing God knows how many games. He brings great speed. Like, you ask
yeah,
me the
yeah.
question, Joe Veleno has more of a
Mm.
spot, at least for this year, than Zachary Bunzik. Come at me, say what you
Mm.
want, But I'm telling you, he has a great physical presence. He has a great
Yeah.
forechecking presence. He's extremely responsible defensively. He can take face-offs as a left-handed center. Like, what do you want more? Meanwhile, like, I think back to Bugzuk, and it's not to pick on the kid. He's a young kid, and I hope he has a very bright future here in Montreal. All this to say is when he's in his own respective defensive zone in the first period, and he's got a little bit of time, and he just barely reaches out with one hand to poke check the puck directly to the Detroit player. I'm sorry, you need to be better, and your respective teammates are playing better. Minus the two brain farts, but that is not the level of effort that you want. And Joe Valeno, I think, if you ask me once again, seized his opportunity coming back into the lineup and made a case for, maybe I'm
Hmm.
the one who can stay in the lineup as long as Anderson is out, as long as
Yeah.
anybody else is out. Like, hey, that's my take on it. I don't know what you
Oh no,
think, Sam.
well, I agree. Actually, he looked good on the penalty kill. At one point, I think he created like two scoring chances. The one I think of is just the one where he just shot. I mean, good on him for trying at least creating something while on the penalty kill. But he just like shot the puck and like went straight to the hot dog stanchion in the crowd. But anyways, I say that jokingly. No, I thought I liked his game. I was hoping he'd make some kind of statement game back in Detroit, where he basically started his career. Probably didn't pan out the way the Detroit Red Wings organization were hoping, but no, I can't say anything bad about Joe Valeno's game tonight. He's a good skater, and maybe Marty does keep him in the lineup even when Josh Anderson returns. And we could have used the Josh Anderson tonight when things were getting physical a bit. Like, we definitely could have used a Josh Anderson tonight in the lineup. And it's just unfortunate that he's day to day. And I think we all saw it when there was that one specific play towards the end of the game versus Boston. He went to give a big hit, but he went to the bench like looking like he was some kind of pain. So I get the feeling maybe whatever injury he has or whatever bumps and bruises he has at the moment, it's probably because of that specific play. But yeah, playoff 5, man. You want a Josh Anderson in your team, but maybe you do have to put a Joe Valeno in the lineup. Sorry, I meant Josh Anderson. You want Josh Anderson in the lineup, but I think you got to maybe put Joe Valeno in the lineup as well.
Well,
Oh, look who's
it's
decided to join us. Everybody, say hello.
well. Well, you gotta
Well,
let him in for that. You gotta align it with my well, Sam.
Normally we call him Anxious Anthony, but I think tonight he is going as
Angry
Angry
Anthony?
Anthony. Hey, Chris, that was really good.
I had to come on. I
Yeah,
need to vent.
watch your language though. Watch your language.
Why? What's wrong?
Watch
Is there
it.
children
What's
underage?
what? There's restrictions on your behalf.
Okay. All right. I understand. But I'm wearing a Mickey Mouse sweater, so I have
I
to
was
be
just about to
PG.
say, keep it Mickey Mouse level safe for everybody.
What would Mickey Mouse say in this situation, Anthony?
I can't do his voice. Sorry.
Oh, come on. I gave you the one timer. Oh my God, stop.
You want to play some hockey? Are we live?
Sammy has just left the building.
Are
Going to
we
catch
live?
his breath over there. Yo, we're live. We're live. Your career is done, man. Mickey's coming for the horrible.
Oh, I'm not
rendering
editing that.
that
We're
was.
live. I'm not editing that one bit. Oh, I hope I hope we didn't lose any of our audience members because that was. Oh my God, Anthony, you're gonna kill
I see
me.
the numbers
Oh,
going
we
up.
got a Red Wings fan in the comment section. Brave Sir Red Wings.
Oh,
Wed Wings.
Oh, hello
Oh,
there,
Grant.
Kyle. Habs
well,
got
look.
cucked. Yeah, well, I mean, he's not wrong.
Disney level anger unleashed. We talking Deadpool or Mickey? Well,
I mean,
not
That's
sure.
look.
That's a good comment.
Where are we at in this episode? What are we talking about?
Well, we
share
gotta.
share your thoughts. Sorry, Chris. Go.
I was just about to say we gotta address that. It's it's such an important game to the Detroit Red Wings fans that they're actually showing up on our podcast. I mean, thank you for the support. It's much
Actually
appreciated.
appreciate
But
it.
I mean, hopefully there's no carjackings on the way back to the parking lot and leaving Detroit, one of the highest criminal states in
Are
the
they
whole country.
still?
But I mean,
I don't know if they
uh,
are anymore. I think
Detroit
they're.
Detroit is an armpit of the whole damn country
I
down there
think
in the United States. I mean, even the criminals
the
are scared to go to Detroit. But
what a time. Detroit wants to be with Canada. Detroit is more north than Canada.
yeah, but they're close to Toronto. They're equally
Let the-
damaged in that sense. I mean, they got the Niagara
No,
Falls,
I
not far away, but
I like the Detroit Red Wings.
Shit, that's
I
Buffalo.
really
What the hell
do.
am I thinking?
I,
Yeah,
I,
it's
I love
okay,
their
Chris.
jerseys
Messed
and I
up.
love their gloves. For
I-
Canada. But
I
besides that,
like Detroit.
the reason why I came on that triggered me to get off father duties and just log in this episode.
Nice. That's
Um,
dedication.
Dedication. No, I was scrolling through Instagram and someone posted the updated standings, and I wanted to vomit. I actually gagged of no, because it didn't. When you look at it now,
Mm-hmm.
it's a lot scarier than how, like, you know what I mean. Like, you look at it like, oh, it's so tight, it's so close, and this loss here just made
I have the
things.
standings at here. I'll bring them back up.
It
Sorry.
looks
Keep going.
very scary right now.
It's close, man. It's freaking close.
We're at 4 teams tied at 84. You have New York out of the wild card at 83. This could go any way now. Like, one loss gets you out of a playoff spot. From having such a great season, and I'm not saying we're playing bad, but
Mhm.
stupidities like what Matheson did at the end. We can all say it was a rolling puck, whatever you want to say it. I don't know
Yeah.
if we can fully blame him, but still, it's a mistake that costed us at least a point that could have gave us, even if we would have lost in overtime, 85, right? That 1 point matters. It does, especially that everybody else won tonight. Like, Boston won, Ottawa won, Columbus won. Like tonight, everybody decided to win, and we just fucking lost. And it just, looking at these standings like this gets me very worried. And it's not that I don't trust this team, but from having a season where at this stage I was hoping for a nice gap. I
Yeah.
really was. And I
Yeah,
thought
you
we
want-
would have
yep,
had this
yep,
gap
yep.
weeks ago. We
Mhm.
had an episode not long ago, Sam and I, and we said, guys, like, remember episode 1, I said we could potentially win the Atlantic, and you said never, like, that's never gonna happen. A few weeks ago, we were there. We were there.
We were almost there.
We were
Well,
3 points away from Buffalo.
nobody
We
saw
had-
Buffalo coming though.
No
Nobody
one saw Buffalo coming, but being so close to winning the Atlantic to now, we're fighting for wild card once again with 15 games left. It just, and we said at the beginning of this season, yes, that my hypothetical winning the Atlantic was far fetched, but it was almost there, right? It wasn't.
Well, it wasn't that far fetched.
Not that far, and
well, if you think about it and look at it, but like, well, 3 teams at nobody expected Buffalo to play the way they did. Yeah, but look at our division.
Okay.
Let's just stick with the Atlantic. I personally, Chris called it. Actually, Chris is the one that called it. That said Toronto was going to drop. I didn't think Toronto was going to drop that much. Turns out they did, and it turns out they miss Mitch Marner badly, but they got even bigger problems. Which we call it, the Florida Panthers with Sasha Barkov. If he doesn't go down with that season injury, I don't know if they drop the standings. Maybe they still do. I didn't expect them to drop that much. Ottawa is exactly where they're supposed to be, and Boston at times they're a hit or miss because they're not the same team they once were, but they still got heart, man, and they still got Pasternak, and they still got Charlie McAvoy over there. Pavel Zacha too is decent. They still got a good goalie in Swayman. So, and then obviously Tampa Bay, they're still
surprised they're still up there.
They're still going to be Tampa Bay, man. They're so when you have Vasilevsky, when you have Kucherov, Braden Point is hurt. They're still Hedman. They still got a good team, and then they're still got a good coach, and some guys their game has gone up quite substantially too. Go, Chris.
So in the spirit of what you guys just finished saying, I want to run something by you, and I want both of your opinions to see whether or not this rings true for you guys.
Mm-hmm.
You talked about the experience in Boston. You talked about the experience in Tampa. You talked about various different levels of experience and maturity on a lot of different teams.
Mm-hmm.
We go right back to the Montreal Canadiens. We're talking about Josh Anderson. We're
Mm-hmm.
talking about Joe Veleno. We're talking about again all of our veterans. Who are the guys who are having a little bit of difficulty at this time of the year? I don't know about you, but Demidov, Kapanen, not standing out as much as they were
Rookies,
earlier on
though.
in the season.
It's
And the
rookies.
rookies, I mean,
Yeah.
it's completely normal
Well,
and
that's
to be
exactly it. Yeah.
expected.
Mm-hmm.
But the Montreal Canadiens are where they are, like significantly advanced in the standings because of what those younger guys contributed and pitched in with over the course of the season. So
Mm-hmm.
I say it like this: if I have a concern at this moment in time, or maybe the question that I'd like to ask you guys even better than that
Mm-hmm.
is, should we be concerned in terms of our rookies as to what we should expect for them going into the playoffs and whether or not they can continue to deliver as they have for the most part of the season?
I like to answer that real quick. I'm gonna answer a bit of a different way, but my answer to all of this is maybe the Canadiens are where they're supposed to be in this very moment, being the youngest team in the NHL. Think about it. Where did we expect this team to be?
But that's what I was saying.
I expected them to be in a wild card spot, whether it was the last one or wild card spot
No, I
number
remember
one
what
or
you said.
number two.
You
I expect
said
them to be there, and compared to last year, we were fighting. It took us game 82. I thought we would be there, be where we are right now by, let's say, game. Let's go get.
no, I remember
game,
exactly what you said.
70,
You said
I'm going to say game 72. They're a little bit more, but they're also right there. Right now, they're tied basically. But
no. You said that when I predicted the winning the Atlantic, you responded, "No, we're gonna be in a comfortable wild card spot at this stage."
Fuck, you got
Okay.
you got a better memory
You
than I
said
do.
it was a comfortable wild card spot. Again, without us knowing how Buffalo, Boston,
yeah.
Ottawa, and Columbus has been performing, and Islanders too. None of this was
Islanders aren't in our division. I think the main thing we got to focus are the teams in our division. I know we're worried about Columbus. We're worried about the Islanders. The most important thing about all this, Ant, sorry, I'm really sorry to cut you off, is as long as we stay top 3 in our division. That's all that's the goal now.
So
Yep.
what my concern is, to answer your question, Chris, is this. I think I'm not concerned about these rookies. Okay. I think they're just in a minor slump in the sense that there's pressure being added right now. So their game is kind of like mental errors like we have in the title, right? They're just let me rephrase this. This is what I want to say. I feel, and we said this last episode, Sam, or the episode that we were on together, this team, because of the lack of experience and the rookie status, we are all, each and every player on that lineup, are overthinkers.
Oh,
everybody is looking.
Were you listening earlier?
No.
Were you listening? Because I literally said earlier at the start of the episode that like sometimes the best plays are the simplest plays.
So look at tonight's game as an example, and I can give you multiple examples prior to this game, but let's just look at tonight.
Yeah.
Okay. With the empty nets that we missed, with the amount of time, I think we had more possession offensively than Detroit. Okay. And the problem is the they're all looking for the perfect play, and it's pissing me the fuck off. I get it, but at the end of the day, in hockey, it takes one shot, it takes 1 second to score that goal. Look at Slav's goal today. It was perfect. It was perfect. He was right at the spot, got that puck, just shot the puck. No thinking, no passing, no working, looking for the perfect moment to shoot. Just shoot the fucking puck. Lane Hudson, I love him. I fucking love Lane.
Yeah.
I love him, but fucking shoot the puck.
Do you love him?
He is pissing me off every game. I get it. He has the hands to do what he's capable of doing. But there's some moments just
Just shoot it. Yeah,
the puck.
I agree. I agree, man.
Demidov
Yeah.
too. The reason why Demidov
There
is
was a
not
play.
putting up points,
Yeah,
Chris, to answer your question, if you're
he's not
worried about
shooting
Demidov,
enough.
he's not shooting enough. The guy has a fucking sniper. The only person I see shooting a puck every time he has that puck is Cole Caulfield. And guess what? Hence why he's at 40 goals. He shoots. At every moment he has, he takes a shot. Everybody else is waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect plays. Why is our power play? We are one of the best in the league right now.
Actually, I'm curious to see that.
But especially away, okay? There was a stat on the road. We have one of the best penalty power plays. But I'm still not seeing it for some reason because, sorry, Roberto, the language. Yes,
we're sixth. I don't know if these stats are updated, but we're sixth in the league right now with the best power play percentage.
But it's crazy how we're there because, again, everybody is trying for that perfect play. There's too many passes. Let's calculate how many passes this team does. I think we are first in the fucking league. Just shoot the puck. And to answer your question, Chris, I'm not worried about the rookies. I'm really not. I think they have it in them to just snap out of this thing. But it's up to it's up to the coach now to let everybody know, guys, stop thinking and just play the game. Remember when Marty came in, we all said, let the kids play. And I think Marty just didn't build a system. He just let them have fun on the ice.
Yeah.
I think that's what's missing now. And I think why? Because the high expectations of this team, you saw Marty tonight, how pissed he was behind the bench. I think he's, and again, sorry, I'm babbling here, and I get this has to be discipline, the coaches needs to change. But I think what's missing now, what we lost, what we lost in this team now is, let's look at the Mighty Ducks, the movie, Gordon Bombay. All right. Let the kids have fun. And they were winning games. And then the moment Gordon Bombay got to his head and started looking at the fame and everything, then he started fucking...
On the second movie?
In the second movie, all the fame got to him and he just didn't care anymore. And we started losing because he was too hard on the players. And then at the end, he became that Gordon Bombay from movie number 1 where let them have fun. Whatever happens, happens. I think that's what we lost to this team. I think Marty just is now too strict.
Yeah, but you can't let guys play free for all for the rest.
100%. I'm not saying that, but
the first year was a write-off. That's why he's like, look, you guys, you're kids, you're young in this league, just go and have fun. We're not really, try to win, but we're not really here to win right now. We're here to develop you guys and teach you what it takes to stay in this league. And the thing about Demidov and Kapanen, they're rookies. It's a long season. The Demidov, he's got all the talent in the world. Just it comes with physical maturity. We saw it in Slav. He's finally showing it now. Look how well he protects the puck. It's be the same thing with Ivan Demidov, except he's got more skill. Once he's physically mature, or a little bit more mature physically, for an 82, now it's going to be an 84 game season as of next year. It's going to come. It's going to come. I'm not worried.
I just saw a stat that, sorry, let me read this and then Chris to go. In the past 16 days, we lost in regulation 3 times when we've been tied with under 5 minutes to go in the third. That's 6 points we lost in key situations. Go, Chris.
Yeah, that sucks.
I also think that we destroyed one stat, but I'll get to that in a second. I just want to add a little point and say, I think the rookies have to embrace a little bit more of the physical game. And I remember the moment that Slav dropped the gloves. I don't recall who he fought. It was against Buffalo, but he dropped the gloves, and I thought that was kind of like one of the first times where he really okay, you know what, I'm gonna get my bumps, I'm gonna get my bruises, I'm gonna get my cuts and other. Did I say cuts twice? It's been a long day, folks. But all that to say is bumps, bruises, cuts, you name it. I think it was one of those moments where Slav kind of shed that rookie fear and that openness to kind of exposing himself to more high risk physical situations. And look, I'm just saying that was a start. I feel as though Cap and Demidov are going to have to go through that same
Mm-hmm.
type of moment where they're going to be like,
Yep.
you know what? I just got to be cautious. I got to keep my head up. Now, in talking about rookies, here's one stat. Maybe not applicable just to rookies, but the Canadiens were 27-0-3 as long as they had a 900 save percentage from their goaltender. I think that stat was
Oh,
officially ruined tonight. So that's
shit.
one.
Yeah.
But in the spirit of talking rookies, we have a goaltender who's 2 wins away from setting the franchise record for most wins as a rookie goaltender in Jakub Dobeš. And on that note, after the performances that he put up this week, does he play on Saturday? And if he plays on Saturday, are we officially leaning towards Jakub Dobeš being the starter of the Montreal Canadiens going into the playoffs?
I think so.
Let's hear it, boys.
As soon as we were prepping for this episode, one of the first things I thought was, you got to put him Saturday against the Islanders. And it's not a knock on Jacob Fowler, not one bit, but we can't not play favoritism, but we can't keep experimenting. Just ride the hot goalie, like Anthony says. Play the hot goalie, and Dobeš deserves to start Saturday, even if he did lose. They had a good he had a great game tonight. Once again, the guys had a very good game in front of them too. That one mess up at the end, that's it. That's all. I can't blame him for the first Detroit goal. The puck wasn't even going towards the net. It was going towards who was it that was up Dobson's ass when that puck went in. Like, it's nothing Dobeš could do on that. Yeah. I say yes. I say yes to Jakub Dobeš playing Saturday, and then you go from there. It's got to be a game at a time. The only way I see both of them splitting duties is, again, they got next weekend. They got a back-to-back, Saturday, Sunday, away on the road against Nashville and then Carolina, and then the weekend after that, home and away series against the Devils. That's the only way I see Fowler and Dobeš splitting duties. That's all I can think of right now. If I'm Marty, I'm putting Jakub Dobeš Saturday against the Islanders. I really am. I honestly don't know. I know Fowler's going to get a game, but these next 3 games at home, Islanders, Carolina on next Tuesday, and then Columbus next Thursday. I don't. Depends how Dobeš plays Saturday, but if he keeps playing well, I don't know if Fowler gets the net. And the more Dobeš wins these games, and the more he becomes the reason why we clinch. Anthony and I, we talked about this a few episodes ago. You got to respect that. You got to respect it. You got to give Dobeš game 1 at least of the playoffs.
And
at this moment, yes.
Well, I guess from David, Dobeš has been fantastic during these crucial games. I think he would put up another great one Saturday. I too have that same stance. I believe in Jakub Dobeš. I believe that under his watch and his goaltending, Montreal can sleep just a little better.
Oh my God! Quick,
who got that? Who got that? Put it in the comment.
Name that movie.
Put it in the comment.
Name that movie.
But I'm leaning a little bit more towards Dobeš at this moment in time. And like you said, nothing against Fowler. Not that he's done anything wrong. I just think that Jakub Dobeš took that next step. He's showing signs of really being the guy who can get it done. And again, it's funny. I'm going to go lean back on that stat that I just mentioned. He's 2 wins away from setting the franchise record as a rookie goaltender. Now, I understand that there were certain shortened seasons, and maybe Ken Dryden didn't have the same number of this, but Ken Dryden also, nevertheless, he had a pretty good team. Patrick Roy had a
to be honest, though,
decent team too.
As much as I agree with that of putting Dobeš, because I think and I had this thought while watching the game. I'm like, I think at this stage, Dobeš is your number 1 goalie. I think they have the trust in him at this moment, and I feel safe with him behind the between the pipes. I'm very comfortable with him. He is playing amazing in crucial games. The only thing I see here, because we're gonna have 2 days off before Carolina. I don't know. I no. Then it's too much of a break for Dobesh. No, I think Dobesh plays Saturday. I was saying put Fowler on Saturday.
No, then you're
No,
off. Then he's off for 4
but he's
days.
he's off for too long.
Yeah.
Dobesh plays
No,
Saturday. And I think you put Fowler against Carolina.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Guys,
I definitely see that.
oh, sorry, Sam.
It's okay. That's okay.
I don't know. I guess I'm fully adopting this host role. I really like asking you guys questions. You guys are feeding fantastic answers, so I just want to hear more from you. And there's something that's been traditional of reactions after losses, which are lineup changes and players coming in and out of the lineup. I want you guys to react to a handful of things that were said today. I want to get your opinion as to how the lineup may change, even though there are injuries as it stands. I also want you guys to react to something that Marty said in reaction to a question that he was asked. So first and foremost,
Oh yeah.
keep it in the back of your mind. For those who are here listening to us, we'd love to hear what your lineup changes would be. Boys, I'd love to hear if you make any lineup changes beyond the goaltending, because we've had that conversation evidently. But Marty was asked whether or not Patrick Laine would be an
Mhm.
option.
Mhm.
Without taking a breath or a second's hesitation, Marty just said no. Now
Wow,
that could be
dude.
taken any number of different ways. And again, we're not here speculating. We know that Patrick Laine's wife had posted something following the trade deadline to express their surprise and not necessarily being moved. She also named 2 teams that maybe he was leaning towards. Maybe that was a general faux pas. Maybe the organization didn't like it. Maybe Patrick Laine has, with his cap hit, it puts the Canadiens in a bad spot. Maybe he's still injured, even though he really doesn't look it. I'd love to get your take on, again, roster moves and what's up with Patrick Laine. Is this the last that we've ever seen of him?
So speaking of like hockey wives of certain Montreal Canadian players, I remember in the past when I think it was Greg Patterson's wife criticized something about the team or the organization. Next thing you know, boom, he's gone. I think when Louis Leblanc was dating, was it Alexandra Wozniak, the tennis player? This was way back. I think she said some kind of criticism towards the Canadians and how they managed them. I could be wrong. I might not have my facts at 100%, but I remember something like that happening. I remember her saying something, and then next thing you know, boom, he's gone too. So maybe if you look at track record, maybe this is a different regime under different management. I don't think it has to do with what Patrick Laine's like. She technically didn't say anything wrong, but she was speaking her truth that like I just want to see my husband play. I want to see my husband do what he loves. Like she didn't really necessarily actually she didn't criticize the Canadiens at all, saying that they're mistreating him or they're not being fair. Like she never said any of those things at all. In fact, she actually praised the Canadiens organization for treating them well.
I think
I don't know, dude. It's sorry, it's so weird to me that without a moment's hesitation, and I remember you, Chris, you sent it in our group chat earlier today. I thought you were busting balls. But then I saw on Twitter a couple of the reporters are like Marty says Patrick Laine's not an option. I'm like, oh shit, this is for real. And not that my jaw dropped, but I was like, oh.
do you think maybe
Ça
do
sent la
you
divorce.
do you think they are trying to keep him as healthy as possible for
This
the
is my
playoffs.
theory, Anthony. My theory is this, and chances are I'm wrong. I've been wrong many times before. I think they're waiting for the Canadians to clinch a playoff spot.
Bring
Hopefully
him in to get
sooner rather than later. Rest some guys, activate him, put him in the lineup, and see where he's at. That's what I'm predicting is going to happen. But now more and more,
because
unless
we're not,
unless Marty said he's not an option for tonight's game, maybe it could be that. It's up to interpretation, right? It could be he's not an option for. He just said he's not an option.
because
Maybe he truly meant for tonight's game, but
because scoring is not an issue, right?
No,
and
well, scoring on the power play is an issue. Besides tonight, Slavkovsky with his 25th, 13 goals on the power play, 13 out of his 25 goals on the power play,
More than half.
Yeah, but the power play needs scoring. For once, we're good 5-on-5. We could score goals 5-on-5 for once, and even at that, recently, we're only potting 2-3 goals here and there, but I don't know, man. I really, really don't. Look, at the end of the day, no matter what happens, I still think it's the end of Patrick Laine with the Montreal Canadiens organization. Are we going to see him play? I'm predicting yes, and even at that, like I don't feel comfortable saying yes at 100%.
Yeah, but now with Doc and Anderson gone potentially for a while.
Well, Doc is going to be. I think Doc is going to be back for the playoffs. I really think they're 2 to 4 weeks. The season ends in like 2 to 4 weeks, and even at that, like if are they being a little extra cautious? Are they? I don't know. I don't know with Doc, and I feel for the guy too. With Laine, I have no clue. Anderson is day to day. I don't know.
We don't have access behind the scenes. We really don't. So I don't want to infer something, and maybe even you have media members who are watching us and laughing because we seem to be clueless on this matter. But as long as Patrick Laine is not doing any harm to the team chemistry or the culture, I don't see why he doesn't deserve at least a shot. He's a 6'5", big body who can absolutely help the second power play unit. Great comment. I don't see why we can't justify finding a way to get him into the roster for at least one game. And again, I'm going to go back and say, even for a guy like Bolduc, it's just not coming naturally to him.
Yeah.
Why? So that's why I say it really has to be something. There has to be something that we do not know without speculating for it to be the case. Again, whether it be salary cap, whether it be something else, who knows? But I'm having a hard time wrapping my mind around it. Now, to come full circle, boys.
It's not salary cap. We got the room.
That's why. I don't want to infer anything, but it's just a curious case of Patrick Laine. Now, other than Patrick Laine,
or now that aside, now that we lost, look at it. If Sam and I are correct in the sense that the reason why they're holding him back was to wait for us to clinch and give him some warm up time to be healthy for the playoffs. Because look, he played 5 games this season, right? You don't want him to come on and get injured before the playoffs, so try to keep him as healthy as possible. But not losing tonight and having the standings this close, maybe now it's time to switch things up. We need a spark. Look, we need a spark in the lineup. I think we are making games too close right now. I'm not saying we're playing bad. I mean, we beat Boston, but again, it was a tight game. We went to overtime. We gave them a point. Before that was Anaheim. We lost that game. San Jose. We lost that game. So we had said the episode when we beat Ottawa that San Jose, Anaheim, Boston, Detroit, and Islanders were the most crucial games of the season. This week, we had said coming out of this whole section, at least 6 to 8 points, we were clinching early. We all said that. After Ottawa game, we said if we can win Boston, Detroit, Anaheim, and at least get a point with San Jose or Islanders, we're getting that gap.
Yeah, we got a comfortable lead.
We lost fucking 3 out of the 4 games so far. 3 out of 4.
Yeah,
we just brought ourselves down. So I
wait,
think, but you know what I mean. After
well,
that,
yeah, if you put it that way, it sounds discouraging right
well, look,
about now.
after the 4 points, Toronto and Ottawa was such a. I thought winning those 2 games, and yes, Toronto sucks, and Ottawa, whatever. Winning those 2 games, I thought we had that momentum going, and I thought we would have at least had a nice ride and clinch by Saturday. I thought we were going to win this game, but now I think at this moment this team is mentally hurt, and I think a spark is needed. And putting Liney on the lineup on Saturday, I think can change this whole momentum of this team.
I like this question. And
Are you guys thinking? Sorry, just for those who are listening. I'm sorry. Are you guys thinking they bring somebody up from Laval like a David
I think it's time. I think it's time because our biggest
narrative
issue
now. It's the narrative now. And yeah, go Anthony, finish it.
Just finish that sentence. Look, we don't have issues scoring goals. We have no issues up front, though now it looks like we're having issues because of the whole we need a spark type thing. But our main issue in the last, let's say, grab 10 games, just let's grab a little small portion of it. The biggest reasons of losing, aside of Monty, is our defensive situations, and we brought it up many times. We lost this game because of defense. We lost the San Jose and LA game away. Sorry, the San Jose, Anaheim, and LA. Those 3 games when we were playing at night. All those games was because of defensive errors. All those games.
Yeah, those are good. Those a good chunk of those were guys.
Defensively, we scored what,
clear the net.
11 goals in those 3 games.
Yeah,
caught up.
I think we averaged 15 goals in 3 games, and we lost all 3.
And we lost all 3, and every single game was a defensive error. Ryan Becker is a perfect time to spark up the team.
Okay, so
if you're not bringing up Liney.
Okay, so well, here's the thing. Actually, sorry, we won against the Kings. Sorry, I remember. Sorry, it was we scored 10 goals in 2 games, and we lost both games against San Jose and the Ducks. Sorry, correction. We won against the Kings. Laval clinched with a big win yesterday, so the Laval Rocket are going to the playoffs. So the timing right now is a lot better when you think about calling up David Reinbacher. The Canadiens have exactly $980,000 of free cap space, and David Reinbacher costs on the salary cap $886,000. So they have just enough room to call him up, according to puckpedia.com. Here's a question for everybody here and listening. And yes, I would love an Arbor Jackeye to play. I actually want to see him in the line. I thought Struble deserved to play tonight against the Red Wings because I thought he had an excellent game against the Bruins tonight. Even though stats card says otherwise, I thought he was mediocre. The only play I loved from Struble tonight was him and Moritz Seider going at it, and he got Moritz Seider to go to the penalty box. Other than that, I didn't really think much of Struble's game, to be honest with you. I'm just double checking how much ice time he had. Like, he had 12 minutes and 52 seconds. Okay. Seems to be the common theme amongst like him and Jackeye getting 10 to 12 minutes a game. But I want to see Arbor Jackeye next game against the Islanders. But my question to you guys is, if you bring up Reinbacher, does he make the defense better?
At this point, it doesn't hurt to try.
Okay.
My answer to that is I'm leaning towards a yes.
Okay.
I'm not impressed whatsoever with Cartier. I don't know if he's injured. I don't know what's going on, but like
overthinking.
Well, I'm gonna say the same damn thing that they accuse Jackeye of doing. He's getting careless penalties. And don't get me wrong, falling and your stick going up is kind of
that's one thing. The penalty you got tonight was because you got beaten and you were slow and getting back. You were flat-footed.
Yeah, it's bad pinches. It's bad penalties. It's getting lost in the defensive zone, as well as like I'm gonna go right back to those pinches, not getting back to the defensive zone.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know why it's automatically like, oh, well, you come out of the lineup. And I think it's just because he's a right-handed defenseman. But if you're asking me the question as to whether or not this team is better with a David Reinbacher, I dare to say yes.
Mhm.
He's bigger, he's stronger.
He's younger.
Let's not kid ourselves here without insulting Alexandre Carrier. I really do like him, but I mean, you're talking about a fifth overall pick who's doing pretty well. And
Yeah.
yeah, I do think that your first pass out of the zone is going to be better. I do think that you're going to have a little bit more grit in your defensive zone and a harder hitting individual. I think the legs on the kid are going to be a little bit better in terms of his overall movement, agility, you name it. So like again, you don't want to bestow that pressure on him, but do I
That's the
believe
main
that
thing,
there's
though.
that well, and that's it. And it's not to say you're asking me a figurative question in a practical world, and I'm saying figurative, like paper.
Mhm.
On paper, I would absolutely love to see Reinbacher, but again, there are a number of intangibles that go into this that you have to factor into this equation, and it doesn't necessarily he's gonna be better. And like we said, it's about development at this point. Like we're all in the thick of it. We came onto this episode frustrated that we lost out at those extra points to climb in the standings, and oh, we're gonna make the playoffs. Obviously, making playoffs is hyper important this year.
Mhm.
But again, I think the silver lining in a lot of what we're doing is figuratively looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying, is this really the year? We're not delusional Leafs fans. This is not our year every single year, and with that said, it's trusting the process, and it's not trusting the Marc Bergevin process either. It's trusting a process which has come a long way, has shown a lot of promise, has developed a bank of young and fantastic prospects, unlike anything that we've ever seen in the last 30 plus years of this organization. So when it comes to David Reinbacher, hard stop and saying, is this good for his development? Is this good for his well-being? That those two things, if either is a no, I don't want to see David Reinbacher. If it's a yes, welcome aboard, kid. Welcome to the show.
I'm predicting a Reinbacher call up when we clinch. And the vibes tonight everywhere on social media. Now the question is if we clinch, not when we clinch, but if we clinch. But I still have hope. But they asked Coach Marty like his thoughts on the unfortunate Mike Matheson turnover. In his words, it was a bad bounce. Whatever, we were in control. It hurts because we played a good game. We're gonna pick ourselves back up. That's all.
He didn't say it was Arbor
Man.
Jackie's fault.
So
I'm kidding.
Jesus, he
just-
Shots fired.
there. Shots fired,
Mm.
indeed.
to be honest, I'm not 100% worried. Okay.
Okay.
Yes, it looks discouraging based on the last 10 games. Well, so let's go back all the way to San Jose. Okay. It looks discouraging based on the standings and based on the outcomes of all these games.
Mhm.
But our actual game, it's not that bad. If that makes any sense, right? It doesn't like, yes, it sucks that we lost.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
But
I see
every
what you mean.
game there's competition. They're competing still. It's just
Yeah.
these minor mistakes that's costing us. So are we losing because of what we noticed, what we've seen in 3 years ago, where they just shit and they're shitting the bag?
We're
and
not
there's like,
losing. No, we're not losing because we're a bad team. No.
no, we're losing because of minor mental mistakes that changed the whole momentum of the game. Simple as that.
Yeah,
and that's why I'm
young
not
man's
worried
mistakes.
because I think
young team.
Young man's mistakes.
Yeah, but even at that, the mistakes are coming. I mean, those mistakes are coming from the veterans,
the
though,
veterans.
mostly. Like,
I know.
like the only young player mistakes I can think of is Lane Hudson, and every time he makes one, he turns
he'll fix it right away.
Fixes it, and the best players, the most elite players, are the ones that figure out a way to do so. I think Demidov and Yuha got benched tonight because they did have a bad zone coverage. Other than that, like, I'm not seeing Slavkovsky making that many mistakes anymore. Like, he's being a lot more careful with the puck and making those passes. Suzuki and Caulfield, like, I mean, they're nearly perfect, if not like in our eyes as diehard Habs fans. Like, yeah, Kapanen, these last two games have been a bit underwhelming. The most underwhelming of all the young guys is Zachary Bolduc. Sucks to say, but it's the truth. The majority of the errors are coming from the veterans, and unfortunately, it's on the defensive side. It's Mike Matheson tonight. Other nights, it's Carrier. Sometimes it could be Dobson too. You know what, and I know I'm way too late in the season to start saying this, but I don't know if I like this man-on-man coverage anymore, guys. I don't know. Like, I don't like the way they I don't like the way at times they look unsure who to cover, and when they do find their man who cover, they don't put enough pressure on their fucking guys. They really don't. There was one specific play where I forgot which Detroit player was coming in towards the slot, and both Carrier and Matheson are like, they're doing this on the ice, guys. They're just doing this. Guys, look at me. Look at me. Get off your phones, both of you, and look at me. Hey,
Hold up.
they're literally doing this. The Detroit player is coming in the slot. They're doing this.
Yeah.
What the fuck you doing? Go on him.
Yeah, I noticed that.
I'm sorry. I checked my phone just to make sure. It's the commercial curse in a certain sense. Again, everybody who's done a Mike Sherona commercial this year, at least this episode, I'm dying of laughter. I'm dying of laughter because Mike Matheson and Zachary Bolduc, who had not the best games, are both in the most recent Rona commercial. Just saying. Anyways, that's maybe not. It's not funny for them, and I'm not laughing at them. And I want to, mistakes will happen, and I'd rather we laugh about it than get angry at them.
We're laughing at
human.
our pain.
Oh well, that's the thing. Now, I don't know what's to come, boys. Obviously, there are a big set of games that are up ahead. Again, I'm going to circle back. Whether it be lineup changes, guys coming in, guys going out, I am going to ask the question again. Does Slav go back down maybe to the second line? Does Arbor drop back into the lineup? We have questions coming through. Does Arbor go on to the fourth line? Is that even a possibility? Is that even something like Marty doesn't seem to like the 7 defensemen, but is that even on the table? I want to hear from you guys.
Okay. Activate Patrick Laine, put him on the top line with Cole Caulfield and Nick Suzuki. Put Slavkovsky on the on Kapanen and Demidov line. Oh, I just triggered a whole bunch of people right now.
And where would Newhook go in that case? Pushes Bolduc out of the lineup?
Newhook with Evans and Buds. Okay. I had Newhook and Evans with Bolduc, and then but then
Texier, Evans,
Texier, or you could try Texier, Evans, Bolduc. Texier, Evans, Newhook. Anderson's gonna come back, so you keep that Dano Anderson Gallagher line.
That's crazy,
man. I have no freaking clue. I'm honestly, I'm clueless, but I think, to me, I like Veleno. I don't know why.
Right?
He does.
Right?
He's not hurting the team. Not once has he hurt this team. Maybe at the beginning of the season, it was a bit shaky for him. Every time he's been, and he hasn't played in like a month or more, and he didn't look like he skipped a beat, or he didn't look a step behind. At least, in my opinion, from what I saw. I don't know, man. I know I want to see Arbor Jackeye Saturday. I'm hoping Josh Anderson is back. And if he is back, I think you got to give Bolduc a night off. Not because he deserves a night off. I just think it's just not cutting for the kid right now. And the
I
effort
think
is
we
there
need
and all that. He's just not in the. I don't think he's just in the right, not situation. I think he still doesn't know what his role is on this team. Go,
That's
Anthony.
fair.
I go back to Roberto's message. I think the spark needs to come by the defensive side, and I think I'm sorry, I have to say this. I think it's time for Reinbacher to try. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt.
Yeah,
All
yeah.
our
Everybody's
losses,
calling for it. Everybody's calling for it, Anthony, on
all our
Twitter.
losses are coming from the defensive side, mental mistakes. We have no issue. Like I said before, I'm repeating myself. Sorry. We have no issues offensively. Yes, there's a bit of a drop recently, but it's not a bad issue. I think
Yeah.
in the front, we're just overthinking and not shooting enough and looking for the perfect play. But in the back, there's too many mental errors that's costing us points. Tonight, take away that error from Matheson. Yes, rolling puck, whatever you want to call it, bad bounce. I don't care. That is a mistake on the defensive side that costed us at least 8 points.
I'm watching it right now, and man, go grab it and go behind the net. Go behind the net.
Yeah.
No need to pivot on a bouncing. I mean, it's easier.
Easier
It's
said
easier
than
to be.
done.
It's easier said than done, and it's easier to be a Monday morning quarterback. I
But
really
like you
do.
said, Sam, before, this man-to-man play of like them going back, that's what he did. At that moment, he could have just cleared the puck. Just ice it. Just get rid of it. You saw it doing that. Just slap it out.
He should have just not even. Yeah, he was getting pressured. He could have easily. He's such a good skater. He could have easily taken on the backhand, go behind the net. Suzuki was coming to support him. Suzuki was coming to support him. Man, I feel for him.
Again,
It's going to be a long flight back home for Matheson tonight, and
no, for
it's
sure. But
it's going to
that's
be
where
a
the mistakes are
quiet.
coming from.
It's going to be a quiet flight back for practically everybody. I feel for Matheson, but you can't make those mistakes as a veteran.
But like
You
I said,
can't.
I don't want to blame Matheson too much because I like Matheson's play lately. He's been
Yeah, of course.
playing
Yes.
fantastic. You know,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
what game was it where he blocked that amazing stop and then we
Yeah, that was
you know?
against Toronto.
So
Yeah.
all these games, like it's just again, these little bad mental breaks is costing us points. And
Yeah.
during this time, it's so crucial that every point matters.
Yeah.
And tonight, just 1 point changes the whole look of the standings.
It's
Being at
crazy.
85 right now, yes, it's just 1 point to some. You know, looking at this, oh, it's only 1 point. It doesn't matter. It's still 1 point, right? And losing, like that stat I read before, losing 3 games under the 5-minute mark, that's minimum 3 points.
Yeah, fuck that.
Minimum 3
that,
points.
that
We lost 6 points because
burns
of
my
under 5.
ass, man. Yeah.
3 points. Look at the standing now. You're at 87 right now. Minimum.
Look, it's obviously far from over.
It's far from over. We have 15 games left. That's 30 points. No, 14 games left. You know, so
14 games. Okay, yeah.
So 28 points still.
Yeah,
we could still have 28 points,
and we have a game in hand to both Detroit and Boston.
Yeah, so it's far from over. It's just now it's playoff mode from now to the end, and it sucks to be in this position because these are moments with a young team where we need to rest before the playoffs. You don't want to be in the position like last year where game 82, you're still fighting, and then you go into the playoffs
Oh my God,
tired. I don't want that. I want to clinch where you said before, you start resting players, you bring in let's say you don't bring Reinbacher now, okay? Let's clinch a bit earlier, get Reinbacher, get Michael Hagen, get these guys in towards the end to get some ice time, but
yeah,
not that we have to fight for our spot.
Guess which other game on Saturday Habs fans are going to be watching?
What is it?
Detroit versus Boston.
Hope they absolutely demolish one another. Hope their line brawls.
That cannot go into overtime. I don't. At this point, doesn't matter who wins, but that game cannot go into overtime.
Hope it gets canceled.
Well, I hope we didn't just jinx that, please. But
No, I'm just saying, like, but my God, Saturday at 8 p.m. Bruins versus Red Wings. Oh my God. Oh my God. And
That's
then
huge.
big,
Game.
big game.
But we need to
Holy-
win. We beat Islanders. You make Boston or well, I mean, it doesn't matter at this point who loses. They're both tied. So.
Yeah, if we do not win, we slide down
Big
potentially.
time. Or no,
Well,
out of
not
playoff spot.
potentially. Sorry, if we lose,
We're out of playoff spot.
we automatically slide down to a wild card.
Potentially loot. No, we're out because Islanders gets the 85 points, and we're out.
Yeah, but do they leapfrog? Do they not leapfrog
No,
over Columbus?
at you're looking a little bit at what the Islanders and Columbus are doing. That's the
Oh, 'cause-
spot for the Metropolitan
Metropolitan.
Division.
Sorry, yes,
Our
That's why
our main worry is Boston, Detroit,
and Ottawa.
to some degree Ottawa. I mean, they're 5 points behind. Their win tonight, yeah, obviously helped them. No, the Islanders and Columbus, they're fighting for that. They're basically fighting for that third
Yeah, but if
spot.
Columbus
out of
and,
the
and Islanders
division.
have more points than us, don't we lose the wild card spot?
No, because we still have, in general, it might not ring true for the Islanders, but in general, like let's say we're already ahead of Detroit and ahead of Boston because we have a game in hand. And that's why I'm saying we don't automatically fall. But as soon as one of those teams will win,
Yeah.
if the Canadians do not win, then they automatically jump
No,
us in terms of points. So we slide down to the second of the wild card spots.
As long as we stay ahead of Boston and Detroit, the Islanders, let's say both Islanders and Columbus could have more points than us. But eventually, what'll happen is one of them will grab the third spot in the Metropolitan Division, and the other one will grab the highest wild card, the first wild card spot. If they have more points than us, the Bruins and the Red Wings, well, they're gonna have wild card spot number one. Whoever has the third rank in the Atlantic Division is in, and then that other team in the Atlantic is going to be out of the wild card. So they're going to be out of a playoff spot. It's very confusing the way I'm explaining it, but our most important thing is we got to stay ahead of Boston and Detroit. That's the most important thing. And I know you're not supposed to, as a team, you're not supposed to look behind. You're supposed to look ahead. So we'll keep looking ahead and let's just stay ahead of Boston and Detroit. That's all that freaking matters right now.
Guys, I think that's a nice way to wrap up. You know, to our fans, to anybody who joined us to, digest that tough pill to swallow, that horrible loss that we just faced. Thank you for being here. As always, if you like our content, feel free to like and subscribe. We'd love to hear your feedback. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, you name it, we're there. If you want to see our beautiful faces, evidently we're on YouTube, but I don't recommend that. Evidently, you can also catch us on Apple Podcast, Spotify, or Google Podcast. To our sponsors, Délices Lafrenière, Sunil, and Habs Cave, and of course, Mike's Barbecue Rub. Thank you very much. Boys, thank you very, very much for putting in the time. It's not always fun to do these after a Canadians loss, but
Roberto, real quick, Roberto said, "Is there no movie talk tonight?" Listen, not that I want to bring that conversation in, but the new Spider-Man trailer does look freaking awesome. We'll just say that. It looks.
boy!
Oh my God! Stop! Who brought in this guy? Ant, I'm gonna mute your mic right now. Yeah, thanks everybody who joined. Sorry, Chris. End it off.
No, it's all good. Call it a wrap. Thank you guys for being here. As always, we'll be back soon. Big game on Saturday. Go Habs, go! Thank you, boys. Thank you.
Yeah, let's go
Until
get
next
that
time.
win. We gotta make sure we cover Matthew Schaefer. Just keep that kid at bay. Let's go get it, boys.
Well said. Until next time.
Bye now.
Bye now.
now.